To stream or not to stream? That is thy question. Let's do it. Yeah, there we go. I'm here. Hello, folks. I am. Yeah, there we go. I'm here. Hello, folks. That's better. Would help if I switched my own monitor off first, wouldn't it? Well, you know, what were you expecting? Professionalism? Now, as you can see, I am back in the saddle. It is 9 o'clock Sunday night, UK time. That wasn't the best sentence to sort of follow on with. I am back in... But then again, I suppose I am back in the saddle. That's pretty typical me, isn't it? Right, how are we doing, folks? Let me check the technicals. The technicals are technical. Now, we're only streaming to YouTube at the moment. Still working it out. Still haven't managed to link to scheduled streams for some reason. Getting there. We have got the lights. Now, the lights are quite interesting because... what's the best way of describing the lights? Bright. Very bright. And with how close I have my desk to the wall, they're very bright. So we're going to have to do something about that. Right. That looks okay. Yeah, that looks okay. I see people chatting. Right. Quick question for you. Is the description underneath? It is the title of this, The Sunday Nighter. Can you see the description with the links in? Have we fixed that at last? Corv's been downloading whatchamacallit. God knows what. He's been hammering the Steam as our Corb. Yeah, okay, yeah, title's okay. Hey, Kat, how are you doing, darling? Right. Obviously, this is the Sunday Nighter. So I'm just adjusting some windows so it works a bit better for me. And I think what we should do is get into a little bit of normality for us. So I haven't got the Google Doc open yet. I need to tie that back in. Yeah, I don't think I've actually put that in the description this time round. I think I've kept it light just so we can keep it natural. Right, progress update. I've done probably about 4,000 words towards the book. Yeah, the water section. The ponds are ready for pouring. It's my intention to do those tomorrow, and then we're moving on with the with the rivers this week. So we're making good progress. I am back into work within book terms. Okay. Little ill health, you know. I'm getting better. Yeah. Have I brushed my hair? My hair looks a bit scraggy. Might have a haircut after this. But anyway, I'm getting back into it. In the studio tomorrow, we're doing some work. I'm not doing massive amounts. Yeah, my energy levels are still low as I'm building my weight back up and that sort of stuff. So, you know, I'm doing little spurts, then a little rest, then another little spurt. Yeah, it's how I roll. Yeah, just building up my stamina. No, in all honesty, going in, because it's the first sort of terrain work I've done since I've been ill and that sort of stuff, and my hands were a bit shaky and that sort of stuff. I want to go in and do something. I don't want to do too much on the first day back, the first proper book day back. It is ironic that the one thing that I've got to do is pouring water, which is the most difficult thing of the most difficult section of the book. But we got this, haven't we? Yay for tech problems. What would life be without gremlins? So if you have a question, put question marks at the front, exactly as my mate Kat says. Yeah. If you're part of the Kickstarter, you should be getting updates from Dave. Yeah, Dave's Dave's managing the pressure on me from people asking what's going on. Now, we are actually quite close to finish. Yeah, it's just We had me and Kerry separating, we had Christmas, then we had my ill health, which was clearly, obviously, back in the saddle now, so you know what I mean. We'll get this rolling, and probably a little bit more focused and that sort of stuff, because, you know, obviously things are resolved and, you know, all those sort of things. You know, trying to write the book whilst me and Kerry were going through our private stuff was quite challenging. Once that got resolved on Christmas, if it wasn't for the ill health, we'd have just rolled into it. So, not really overly concerned with the book. And to be truthful, when the bloody hell have I ever delivered anything on time? We will get better at that. Now, other things is, work-wise, I've got myself a logo. Yes, I know it's been 6 years, but I've done it. Sat down, part of getting back into things, I thought, let's get that finalised and let's get that nice and steady. So I've got myself a little logo. Yeah, it will be updated all over the placicles. Yeah, stamina, focus. These are two very foreign things to me right now. If you haven't got stamina and you haven't got focus, then just look at the ground, look at your feet, take one foot, put it in front of the other. That's as far as you need to focus, and that's all the stamina you need. And once you've done that, look at the other foot, with exactly the same length of focus and exactly the same length of stamina, and just put that one in front of the other one. And just focus on doing that, just one step at a time. Don't look up, don't look at how far you've got to go, just one foot in front of the other, and you'll always reach your destination. When it's life versus everything, life always wins. Stamina and focus be damned. I'm living on fumes and frenzy right now. Oh, I've been there. You got to calm down. You got to take, a moment to build yourself back up and these sort of things, Kat. I used to use Head and Shoulders, now I use Mop and Glow. I'm not far off, buddy. Hey up insane. Right, I only have halfway plus one more step. That way it's closer to the end than to turn back. Never turn back. Never even look back. Just look at your feet. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. It's not even an option. That's the squaddy in me. That is to the core. Joined at 16 and rammed into my adult. Always one foot in front of the other. Right, pardon me. I'm pretty sure trying to stay grounded in this wind would be a good way to build stamina. It's been a bit blustery, hasn't it? Right. Oh, Winters has got us a question. Mel, 2 questions. Oh, cheeky Winters. Thought about using coffee for miniatures or terrain basing. About donations, what's the best way to make them? Been watching your videos for the last 2 weeks and loving them. Right, donations, dead simple, mate. You can either sort of join the Terrainiac gang on Patreon, and that's like a monthly sort of thing, and you just choose how many videos you want to support, how much, and so like, I'll support Mel $1 for the first 5 videos, $1, 5 videos, done. We're all revamping Patreon coming up, me and Jace are working on that. But, easiest thing is if you just want to send me a tip, down below in the description, there's a donate via PayPal me. So you can just PayPal it over. And if our links are working, we should get an announcement on screen. Kat's doing the donations. Right, thought about using coffee for miniatures and terrain basing. I do. The only thing I use coffee, right. Okay. I use coffee in a different way than everyone else uses coffee. Of course I do. You know I do. It's me. Okay? Right, first off, the standard terrain making is, the coffee grinds out of the filter. Dry those out. They make a great ground. Make sure they're well used, otherwise they can leak. When you're spraying with PVA, they can leak the coffee out. So make sure they're well used before you take them out. Spread them out, dry them out on a greaseproof piece of paper. Scrunch them up, put them in your basing tub. Wonderful earth tone. Now for me personally, I don't drink or have access to real coffee. I'm an instant man. But if you add coffee to red paint, yeah, you get a far more realistic blood. Yeah, just adding a few granules to a blob of red paint, yeah, and it takes on this really good, and it's stable enough. I'm talking instant coffee, yeah. If you add, say, 1/2 of what you have in paint in granules, beautiful blood, absolutely beautiful. Da-da. AdventureCraft saying, your channel has really inspired mine. Wonderful, mate. Yeah, thank you so much for all your work here. It's not a work, it's a passion. First off, he drinks instant, so he doesn't. Yeah, true. Bet me to the patron revamp question. Beat me to the patron revamp question. Well, right, probably what's going on with Patreon. Patreon's still going to be a way for you to support me and support the channel. I'm not looking to take any content off the channel as such. What I am looking to do is put a bit more on for patrons, yeah, if they want it. Basically, I've always had this thing about, you know, because it's a passion and it's a hobby. You know me, it took me 5 years to get merchandise, yeah. Jace has managed to convince me that it's probably more sensible just to do what Patreon recommends and set it up how they recommend and see how it goes. Which, in all fairness, you know, it's a fair comment. So, that's the basic plan. Now, you're still going to be able to jump on board for like $1 or something like that. We're still working everything out. Yeah, I've been focused more on the book than Patreon, to be truthful. I want to get back into the role with the book, and then me and Jace are going to have a catch up on Patreon, whilst Tanya and me and Jace are sorting out graphics. I'm not sure whether the live show graphics and the intros are going to get revamped soon, but you should have like a proper starting intro and all sorts. It should be mint. Jace is the man behind the whip. Then he has a whole book full of ideas of builds. Right, okay. So, right, that's what's going on with Patreon. Basically, I want to give a bit more back, you know what I mean, and connect a bit more with the people who actually support me. It's going to work in tiers, so patrons are going to be able to ask questions that I'll do dedicated video answers to. There's going to be things like, when it comes to deciding about which project I should do next, patrons will be able to decide that. So I'll choose the projects, but right, do you want me to do this one or this one? I'm going to leave that down to them. Yeah, because they're the ones who, you know, who are making this happen. You've got me through this. I love you guys. Yeah, so Patreon's about giving it a bit more back. When's the book out? Do we have a date? Take my money. Don't have a date as yet, and we're not shouting a date yet. What I want to do is be able to pass everything that Dave needs for the book over to Dave, so Dave can turn around and go, yeah, this is what we're looking at. The thing is, we've also got this factor of we have to fit in with the printer's print schedule. They can't just take the order for, like, you know, thousands of books and say, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, so until we're ready to go to the printers, we can't give dates and that sort of stuff. So what we're not doing is promising any dates. What we are saying is every day is a step closer, and it's just a journey, guys, one foot in front of the other. Hey, Otis, nice one, dude. It's still going to get messy in here. It certainly is. Charles is saying, love the channel. Thank you, buddy. Jace, hello, dude. Boob. Hello, boob. Booby. Or have we got a new nickname for Jace? So is that what should we call him, Booby? Right, okay. Hello, Sir Nigel. Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. 100 You guys are slacking. Right, once we get properly back into the role, what I want us to start doing is, I really want us to start seeing how many messages and see what Restream goal we can hit. Right, Norman's saying, have you considered the new paid memberships for the Google YouTubers set up? Many providers have free content but have special content for their paid members. I have seen it, but to be perfectly honest, I think it's better, yeah, for me to have financial support off YouTube. You know how YouTube deletes channels and you get funky stuff with YouTube? Having the financial support and my key supporters tied into the channel, if something goes glitchy, I lose both. Yeah, so I actually prefer keeping it separate and on Patreon, to be perfectly honest. Jason's saying, don't be calling me boobs. Boobies. I don't know. Not after the what you call it, not after breasticles, mate. After what you call it, after the booby bird. Because you're like really mothering of me and look after me like the booby bird does. Someone Google booby bird and tell me that's a real thing and I can pull this off. Your fans are the best. They certainly are. I know there's a load of chat. I was just wondering what your experiences are with airbrush kits and how does it go with ruined walls and so on. Airbrushes are great for terrain, to be perfectly honest. You can put house paints through them. In the Back to Basics series playlist, Back to Basics playlist, there's a video on airbrushing for terrain. Yeah, and what I specifically talk about is how to thin paints down, house paints, latex paints or emulsion paints, in Europe. Yeah, but your wall paints, how to thin those down to put them through an airbrush. So yeah, I do recommend them. Big plus with having an airbrush also is putting watered down PVA through it. It's a great way of applying it. The chat is just full of bird related comments. Look. No, just look. Will someone just please confirm to me that there is a booby bird? Right, no worries, Jace. I'll catch you soon, dude. Give her one from me as well. Kenny's asking, first time to a live stream, do we always sit down like this? No, we don't. Well, I haven't been well and doing Christmas stuff and, family stuff over, past couple of months. It's mainly been these sort of shows, the sit down and chat shows, but we are literally in the middle of finishing off, the streaming room next door. It's also my dining room, but dual purpose, as Mel likes to run these things. So the plan is, one of the things I've always struggled with channel wise is once I got the studio where I do most of my actual streaming from the bench work, once you're to do an evening show, it's either a really long day in the studio or your day's starting halfway through the day, or you've come home or you've got to head into the studio at like 6 o'clock just as the kids come in and that sort of stuff. One of the things with getting this place and getting set up was I've got space to do stuff from home and stream from home. So what I want to do is I want to start doing my build stuff from home and do evening streams and probably do about 2 or 3 streams a week, to be truthful. Yeah. So these are a type of show, but typically this is just the Sunday show. Normally, we're at a bench, and I've got something slapped on a bench, and we're playing around with it and having a laugh. Boobies are a seabird. I knew it. I knew it was. I grew up on Anglesey. I'm sure it was what you call it. The trap sailors set for them where booby traps came from. Is that right? For booby birds? Oh, was that someone joining? What was that? I heard a dingle. I haven't had a notification though. We're going to have to keep figuring these. I might do a whatchamacallit. I might have to do like a load of private streams. Hey, one of those. And just figure out all the... I've got to tie in the alerts. Because we've got merchandise now as well. And that's down below. Now that should be below as well, where you can get your stuff from, you know. I've got to say, yeah, you know, I'm always worried with merchandise and stuff like that about people buying tat. You know what I mean? You know, where you put your logo on something and they sell like, you know, cheap clothing. And I've never been. It's one of the reasons why, you know, I've always sort of like refrained from merchandise, because I don't like putting my name to something that I don't like. If you know me, yeah. But I've got to say, the stuff from Teespring, it's lovely. Really, I'm wearing it all the time. Not because of the terrain shooter stuff, just because it's really warm and comfy. This is the everyone loves the terrainiacs. We're good with our hands. Dickie Bird saying I can defo recommend the merch. Nice one. Hey up, Jez is popping through. Whoa. So, streaming room is up and running. Well, it's almost up and running. Got to put the tech in there and that sort of stuff. Fingers crossed. We should be doing those sort of things. I think it is, what do you call it? I think it was Pennywise. The only clown in this house is me, mate. There's a few trolls over there, but that's me fantasy army. Right, moving on. So, streaming room is already set up. We're looking at rolling on that. Remember, guys, if you do have any terrain-related questions, couple of question marks, yeah? And then, what do you call it? Get your question in the comments, and we'll have the Google Doc up and running for the next live, for the next Sunday nighter. Hey ho, here we go. It's always fun on being a YouTuber. Right, so what's going on terrain-wise? Well, terrain-wise, we are working on a load of kill team stuff, me and Corb. Yeah, been getting really into it, and we've got all sorts of things coming. Now, let me show you a mock-up of what we've been doing. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of work to show you. So let me grab those. I'm going to need that. That should be enough. Right. We'll have to go on this camera and go down. See if we can do this. Come on. And we'll go hands free. Right, let me just switch that camera over. Ooh, that's grey, isn't it? That's a different colour balance completely. It's really grainy as well, and that's the new camera. Shouldn't be that bad. Right, so, what have you got, Bose? Well, what we've been working on is... Oh, cat's getting angry. Oh. Right, so we've got that. I'll move the camera around in just a second. So we're working on combining GW and Mantic terrain. Yeah, this is for mine and Corb's kill team table. So, yeah, that's what we've got so far. Yeah, that's a foot up to there. Yeah, and this one is about 10.5 inches high. Yeah, each cube is each cube is 3 inches by 3 inches. Now the idea is we're going to have a platform across here, and then we're going to install this in somehow. Here we go. And put it somewhere along here like that. So, focus, damn you. So this is the sort of stuff that we're doing. So that's one of the terrain projects I'm working on. Let me just change the camera angle again. Ba 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 ba. Growing shot. Very elegant. Right, so let me just move these down. The autofocus is all over the place tonight. So we've been working on terrain. We've been working on the streaming setup. Right. Does all your merch come with euphemistic phrases? Depends how you take it, mate. I don't know. I'll have to check. Quite possibly. But then again, so do I. Well, hope you're feeling better, darling. Yeah? Listening without watching, and all I hear is groin shot, very elegant. It's a standard YouTube show. Now, you know the deal, guys. If you don't come up with some bloody questions quick, I'll go have my evening shower and put these little buggers together. Have you seen these? This is for mine and Corbyn's Kill Team project. Yeah, these are Skikar and something. Raiders or Ravengers or... I'm going to have to learn my army. I'm starting a gaming night as well as one of the things that I'm doing from the new home. Yeah, so Wednesday nights, yeah, which is when I don't have the kids and that sort of stuff. I thought, do you know what? Wednesday nights can be gaming night. Yeah, so I've got a few friends who are interested. Jace is interested. My mate Lee's interested. There's a couple other people I know at the studio who are gamers, yeah, that I need to catch up with. Yeah, and we've been, obviously, because I'm kitting out the front room, we're going to have terrain and that sort of stuff. Yeah. So, might live stream that, yeah, or do a video. Not sure, because that's not my bag. It's not what I do. Yeah? But, could be interesting, couldn't it? Why did you not do the Imperial Guard? Because I've got Imperial Guard, mate, and because I've got all the Imperial Guard already painted up and done, I didn't want to get any more, yeah, and so I wanted to do some modelling with Corb. So I decided, well, my Imperial Guard, the Corbanian First, they've always been based on a planet. Yeah, that was sort of Inquisition ad mech. Yeah, very special, bit like me. And I've always wanted to do the ad mech side of it. Yeah, but I left 40k before it became a viable choice. I mean, even Forge World weren't doing ad mech stuff when I left 40k. And so now it's in a plastic range. I can dabble a little bit and get a few models. Dickie's saying he'd be up for watching game night streams. I think it'd be good. Mark's saying hi from Miller. Nice one, mate. What are you playing on Wednesday night? One Kill Team. That's what we're playing at the minute. Hey there, Mel. I don't really have any particular resources for terrain building. What would you recommend I get as a starter kit to begin experimenting? Check out the Back to Basics playlist. Okay. and what you call it, look for common terrain questions answered. It's a list of the common materials, everything you sort of need to know. All the answers you need are in that video, mate. It's about 15-20 minutes long, but you'll have all the knowledge you need. So that's Back to Basics playlist, and look for common terrain questions answered, I think the video's titled. Any quick and dirty tips for adapting your techniques to smaller scales? I'm looking to put some 10mm stuff together. Not really, mate. Just thinner materials, and same principles all apply. We're just gluing different size bits of foam and foam board to other bits of foam board. It's how you dress it that matters. Is it not, mate? Is saying the Back to Basics is really good. It is. We're going to revamp that at some point. Once I've got past all the books and that sort of stuff, and all that work, and the channel's nicely flowing, we'll go back to the Back to Basics and revamp it with what I've learned in the sort of 4 or 5 years of doing this since then. Any upcoming historical builds? To be perfect in saying, until the book's done, I am not committing to anything. Yeah, I just can't. Too many people have stepped up for me. I need to fulfill that commitment, and my brain isn't even looking at what's next. All I've got terrain-wise, build-wise, realistically, is mine and Corb's, kill team table, because I do need a distraction from doing the book stuff. Yeah, everyone needs a distraction from work. Yeah, and so I suppose that's one of the problems, yeah, with doing a hobby and doing it as a job. Yeah. You know, your hobby suddenly becomes your work, and when in a situation like when I am behind schedule, and you know, so many people, you know, have done me well, yeah, there's that drive that I shouldn't do anything but the book. But that's not really good for me, and you know, noggin stuff, and that's not a good way to operate in general, and it's certainly not a good way to get the best work for the book. So much like a lot in life, I'm taking a more holistic approach. You know what I mean? I'm sort of saying, look, I'm focused on the book, I'm focused on getting myself back better and all that sort of stuff, but at the same time, I'm also focused on hobby. And that's why the kill team stuff and the industrial facility that me and Corb are building, that's why it's not a channel project as such. Yeah, because there should be no work requirements on that. Instead, we're just going to share what we've done with it as we do it. Yeah? But it's something for me to do when I need to switch off from the book stuff. Once the book's done, yeah, then to be truthful, I think I'm probably going to take a good solid week off. Yeah? And let's have a look at what how we're going to spend the summer. You know what I mean? Really plan ahead. Work needs to be fun, but hobbies need to be more fun. Yeah, I agree with that. Do you think it's possible to make wire armour trees out of 1/8 wire? Had some left over from a drop roof job. Tried making a grainy daddy oak tree. It was very difficult. Not sure. To be truthful, mate. To be truthful, I'm struggling to imagine 1/8. You see, with something that fat, you could use it as a substructure and coat it with clay. Yeah, but actually using it to make the full armatures, nah, that's too fat, mate. 1/8. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that's too fat, mate. What kill team are you running? I'm loving my Tau, don't judge me. I love how that's become a joke. Yeah, add mech at the minute. Corb, Gary's saying, drinking OJ? Yeah, I am drinking OJ, mate. I'm not going like the full health thing and that sort of stuff, but I'm cutting down on the smoking. I am drinking OJ instead of banging the coffee back all the time. I still have a coffee, and you know, I haven't managed to quit yet, but I'm on the road. I don't want to put too much stress on me as I get myself back on my feet. You know what I mean? One thing at a time. But I am eating more fruit and that sort of stuff as well. I'm making that a point of, you know, that be my go-to snack. But I've got a little tub full of like little like penguin bars and club bars, which are chocolate bars in the UK. And that's my like, when the sweet tooth kicks in. Yeah, because, you know, I used to nail coffee with so many sugars in it, was ridiculous. Would just like to say thank you for all your videos. No worries, mate. What size project would you suggest for my first? CDs. Get yourself some CDs or old DVDs. Yeah, like throw some filler or Daz putty on. Yeah, you know, start with those as little scatter pieces. Dickie saying, good luck with quitting smoking, Mel. I'm not saying I'm quitting smoking. Yeah, I've always found that there's a finality when you say I'm going to quit something, and then when you don't and you fail, which I've tried to quit smoking quite a few times. When you fail, yeah, it wrecks everything you did to get to the achievement you did before, you know, you had that one fag because you were stressed or you'd had a drink or whatever. And so with smoking, I'm taking the approach of, I just want to smoke less. Yeah, because that way, if something happens and I do have a cigarette for whatever reason, I haven't failed anything. Yeah, there's no, well, I might as well smoke now. Yeah, I just want to smoke less. So that's the idea on the smoking. And like I say, gotta go. Keep working on the diet. Actually, my diet's quite nice, in all honesty. Yeah, no, I'm being honest. I mean, a lot more meat, a lot more stir fries, a lot more fresh. I think because I'm a single man, what I've started doing is, you know, those like cook yourself a meal for 2 people. I'm just buying one of those and divvying it in half. Yeah, and cooking everything fresh. So I'm eating quite nicely. Nothing beats a penguin bar. See, I am a club man, in all honesty. I think my favourite set of vids was the foam board building guide, so versatile and what you can do. Yeah, there's a lot I want to revisit and there's so much I want to cover. But apparently, I discovered something good on Facebook. Yeah. Apparently, you don't reach middle age until you hit 45. So I'm still young. So I figure we've got at least another good, 10, 20 years in the channel? We could do a load of terrain in 10, 20 years. I mean, you up for that? Because I am. Right, either the chat has paused or everyone's stopped talking again. I know which one it is. Oh, I'm getting a bit stutters there. Wonder what's running in the background. Kill that off. See if that sorts it. Right. Unless there's suddenly a massive, okay. Are we still streaming? Yeah, what's going on? Right, I think we may be having technical issues. What are you doing, computer? Right. My computer's on a slowdown. Dave's messaged me. My chat's frozen. And my computer's gone really slow. So. Really slow. What's eating its resources? Let's reload that page. Right, that's going really slow. Okay, my chat's frozen. See how quickly it comes back up. I assume I'm still streaming. Processing request. Now, I don't know if... No, I'm not sure if this... Yeah, it must be me. Right, let's see what chat messages come in. And at the same time... Right, why are you... Right, YouTube. Come on. Even my cursor stalled, you git. I have a feeling Windows is doing an update or something silly like that. Right, let me see if I can get my comments. Come on. Right. Right, no comments and it's not letting me connect to YouTube. Okay, what are you doing? Let me have a look at the dashboard. No, I think we're going to have to call this, guys. Oh. Is it coming back? Now what's it doing? Windows is up to something. I'm not sure what Windows is up to, but it's up to something. Right, let's see if this is working. It says my stream is running. No, right, no, still not playing. Come on. Live. Right, let's have a go at this. See if I can see it this way. Last chance saloon. because it ain't playing. If I can't see your comments, I can't chat with you. Okay, that isn't good. Right, guys, I am going to call this stream. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it, but it is gammed up. It was working fine. We were connected. We were chatting. Right, guys, I'll send you an update in the week. I will catch you at the weekend. My window's shut and disappearing. I'm going to call it tonight.